Beneath the seemingly calm waves of the Atlantic, an uninvited army has risen. They are small, but they wreak havoc like a plague, eating everything from oysters to shrimp to fish eggs. Scientists call them Carcinus myaenus, the European green crab, the ocean's most dangerous invader. Scientists call them Carcinus myaenus, the European green crab, the ocean's most dangerous invader. They reproduce at a crazy rate. Just one female can produce hundreds of thousands of offspring each year. We have tried to destroy them, trap them, and burn them, but every time we win, they come back tenfold. The Discover. Invasive green crabs aren't going anywhere, so why not eat them? They came not in storms, but in the bowels of 19th century cargo ships, silently hidden in ballast water, drifting from Europe to the coast of North America. As humans expanded global trade, they also inadvertently opened the door to an undersea invader, the European green crab, Carcinus myaenus. Initially, only a few individuals were discovered in Massachusetts, but within a few decades, they spread up the East Coast, then to the West Coast. Wherever a ship docked, there were traces of them. With the ability to survive in salt, brackish, and even cold water, this crab adapts faster than any native creature. A single female can lay up to 185,000 eggs a year, creating an uncontrollable biological storm. They eat everything from fish eggs to baby shrimp to rare mollusks, disrupting food chains and collapsing coastal ecosystems. Is this nature's fault or the price humanity pays for globalization, when every cargo ship can carry an ecological disaster? In recent years, humans have waged a silent but fierce war under the water. From Maine to British Columbia, thousands of steel traps are dropped every day, pulling up full of writhing, ferocious blue crabs. Eradication programs funded with tens of millions of dollars, but the results are like scratching the itch of a biological pandemic. Millions are caught, but within a few weeks, the population bounces back as if it had never been reduced. Ecologist James Carlton once sighed, "I cannot win against one who is reborn every year like locusts in the sea." Each human trap release sometimes causes the species to spread further, as small individuals are thrown further out to sea, drift with the tide, and invade new areas. Some have even accused biocontrol programs of essentially creating a new industrial chain, where crab eradication has become a profession, not a solution. We are trying to fight nature with the very intervention that makes it more chaotic. And when this fight is clearly unequal, perhaps it is time to ask, if we can't destroy them, can we turn our enemies into our resources? In fact, after decades of fruitless trapping, people began to think differently. If they can't be destroyed, let's turn them into a solution. From fishing ports in Maine to Nova Scotia, ecologists and chefs are teaming up to try an unusual strategy: eat invaders to save the ecosystem.
We're running at full capacity this morning.
The demand for the fertilizer is higher than
Some
expected.
startups are also manufacturing organic fertilizer from green crab shells, helping to regenerate coastal agricultural land. The goal is no longer to kill each one, but to create pressure to exploit nature, causing crab populations to gradually decline as they are eaten clean by humans. This idea divided public opinion. Supporters called it a bold ecological initiative, while opponents said it was turning invasion into profit. Is a double-edged sword, as it may encourage overexploitation or inadvertent further spread. But despite the controversy, this is the first time in history that humans have attempted to conquer nature by absorbing it, not with fire, but with a fork. From an ecological invader, blue crab is gradually entering the dining table as a new and potential ingredient. In the region, Maine and Massachusetts, local chefs create a variety of attractive dishes from this small but flavorful crab. The most popular dish is green crab bisque, slow-cooked creamy soup made from fried crab, onions, and white wine, creating a rich broth with the aroma of the deep sea. Some restaurants turn them into seafood pasta broth. The rich sweetness is not inferior to expensive snow crab. In Italy, where this crab also spread, the people of Venice made a dish moche. Deep-fried malted blue crab served with fresh lemon becomes a rare spring specialty. From an ecological invader, blue crab is gradually entering the dining table as a new and potential ingredient. In the region, Maine and Massachusetts, local chefs create a variety of attractive dishes from this small but flavorful crab. The most popular dish is green crab bisque, a slow-cooked creamy soup made from fried crab, onions, and white wine, resulting in a rich, deep sea-scented broth. Some restaurants turn it into seafood pasta broth. The rich sweetness is not inferior to expensive snow crab. In Italy, where this crab also spread, the Venetians made a dish moche. Deep-fried malted blue crab, served with fresh lemon, becomes a rare spring specialty. In New England, a startup group even purees crab into protein powder to make eco-friendly cookies, pasta, or seafood snacks. Though small and difficult to separate, the taste of blue crab is described as sweet, sharp, and with a slight metallic taste typical of the cold ocean. A distinct culinary experience that few would expect from a species once considered a biological disaster. While the crab, once considered a pest, has become a sought-after delicacy, on the other side of the ocean, king crab, the symbol of luxury, still dominates every luxurious banquet table. But between the hated invader and the revered king of the sea, the line was actually just how people treat them. Hunting season king crab in Alaska. It's more than just a job. It's battle for survival between man and the icy ocean. Steel ships, weighing hundreds of tons, left Dutch Harbor when the sea was covered with ice. The wind blew 60 miles per hour, and the temperature drops minus 30 degrees Fahrenheit. Each crab cage weighs nearly 800 pounds, being dropped into deeper seas 400 feet, where just one strong wave is enough to sweep the entire crew into the deadly cold water. People call this the most dangerous job in America because in just one season, there may be people who never return. But in that harsh environment, people still risk their lives to hunt king of the ocean. The king crab weighs up to 24 pounds, stride close 6 feet, wearing red armor like fire in the ice.
Last day of the trip. Weather's finally come up. Looks like we still got a few crab to catch. John, Danny, Peter, Lee on controls, and Chris is getting his throwing hook ready. Crab.
After being pulled up from the bottom of the ice sea, king crab only a few hours to retain the most precious flavor of the ocean. Right on the deck, in the bitter cold, fishermen quickly sorted, washed, and placed in cold seawater tanks at 34 degrees Fahrenheit.
cup. Stack in a simple pot. We are stacking 800 pounds of steel. So when the weather's shitty, it doesn't seem to want to go in. I'm barely able to stand up out here while I'm trying to focus the camera.
Here, they are boiled on board, a process designed to prevent enzymes from destroying the meat and lock in the natural sweetness inside. When the ship arrives at port, the crabs are shock freezing at minus 40 degrees Fahrenheit, then transported by specialized aircraft to high-end restaurants in Tokyo, New York, or Dubai. Inside the king crab processing plant in Alaska, everything runs like a time machine, racing for freshness. When the ship arrives at port, crates of bright red crab are loaded onto the assembly line in less than a minute. 30 minutes. No room for error. Room temperatures kept at 34 degrees Fahrenheit, and workers wearing thick protective gear worked amid cold steam rising from the tanks. Giant crabs are washed with purified seawater, later blanching in boiling water to fix the meat structure, then immediately shock freezing at minus 40 degrees Fahrenheit by liquid nitrogen flow. Some are split body, others keep the crab whole to serve high-end restaurants. Every operation is monitored by heat sensors and humidity cameras. Just a few seconds of delay can cause the crab meat to lose its sweetness and be discarded. The sound of compressors, conveyor belts, and crab shells hitting steel combined into a cold mechanical soundtrack, a sound that symbolized the marriage of wild nature and modern technology.
go. It's our anchor winch.
But behind that shiny chain is a simmering argumentus dividing the entire marine industry.
Wrapping in plastic. Or saran wrap. Or shrink wrap. So that when it ices up, break it off real easy. Anchor chain, anchor winch.
Many environmentalists believe that massive catching and processing of king crab has exceeded its natural limit, as the population of this species in the Bering Sea has decreased to more than 80% in just a decade.
These are spare diver. These are trailer bags.
Meanwhile, businesses and fishermen protested. They said they're not destroying, just surviving. And it is modern preservation technology that helps limit waste and retain the true value of rare resources.
I believe it's launcher. There's the crab block ring table, which will be mounted right in the center of the deck once we get those pods off. That is the bait.
Images of frozen machinery and cold steel conveyor belts suddenly became symbols of the tug of war between economics and ethics, between human needs and the limits of the sea.
When they come up from the block.
Are we enjoying the essence of nature or the remains of a dying ecosystem? Two species of crabs, a small hated invader, a giant revered king, reflect the same truth. Everything humans touch turns into a story of power and survival. In Maine, people learn to eat blue crab to save the ecosystem they themselves are destroying. In Alaska, people risk their lives hunting king crab to feed the world's luxury ambitions. On one side is the war against nature. On the other is the worship of it. And both bear the fingerprints of man. When we sit at the dinner table, tasting the sweetness of crab meat, perhaps what we are really tasting is not the flavor of the sea, but the price of greed and the limits of civilization. Conclude. If you find these stories worth pondering about how humans both conquer and are reflected in nature, don't forget, subscribe to the Discover channel.